Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is Sewing with Tyke. My name is Taiwo, and if you are joining us for the very first time, you are welcome as well. Kindly subscribe and put on the notification bell to get notified when a new video is up. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to draft a basic skirt as well as a pencil skirt, so it's a two-in-one. Here is a picture of a basic skirt. It's also referred to as a straight skirt because you can see that from the hip area to the knee area, it is straight. And here is the picture of a pencil skirt. You can see that it is more fitted, it is more tapered around the knee area, and the bum area is well defined as well. So let's get started. The hip measurement that I'm working with is 40, and that is the widest measurement we'll be working with today, is 40. What I'll be doing is to measure out 10 inches. That's 40. 40 divided by 4 is 10. So what I'll be doing is to measure out 10 inches from this mark. Here's my starting point here as well. I'll measure out 10 inches like this. And from here, I'll be measuring out another 10 inches. So one part will be for the front and another part will be for the back. So the reason why I ensure that I have an excess here is because I will still need space for the zipper and for the vent. If you'll be adding vent, we'll get to know that as we progress in the class today. So this is the front block and this is the back block. So here is the side front. Here is the side back. Here is the center back, and here is the center front. It would be on fold. It would be on fold. It would be on fold. When you are cutting on your fabric, this side would be on fold. This center front, like this, it will be on fold. The next thing you want to do is to put in your waist to hip measurement. That's your lower waist to your hip line. Your lower waist to your hip line. The lower waist is where your skirt will sit on. If you want to know what I mean by the lower waist, then check out my video on how to draft and how to take accurate body measurement. The waist to hip that I'm working with here is 9 inches. So from the lower waist to the hip is 9 inches. 9 inches. I will rule that across. Then I would label it. This is the waist. This is where my waist measurement would be on. This is the hip, and this is the M. This is the M line. The M, the hip, and the waist. So when I'm done with this, the next thing to do now, and this is the front pattern. That's why I have CF here. CF here means center front. SF means side front. SB is the side back. And this is the back pattern. And CBA is the back. Center back. So the next thing to do now is to put in the waist measurement and the hip measurement. The waist measurement that I'm working with today is 32. 32 divided by 4 is 8 inches. But I'll be adding 1 inch to it, 9 inches, because of the dart. Because I'll still be taking out the 1 inch for the dart. So I'll be putting in 9 inches. Like this. I'll be putting in 9 inches like this. You start taking the measurement from the center front, 9 inches this way. I'll do the same for the back. From the center back, I'll put in 9 inches as well. And already this is my hip measurement, 40. The next thing to do now is to connect the lines. This is the hip curve. I'm making use of the hip curve. Connect it this way. And the back as well, connect it like this. The next thing to do now is to drop the dart. So what you want to do is divide your waist measurement into 2, or you make use of your bust pan measurement. There will be a pictorial illustration on how to take a bust pan on the screen. The waist I'm working with is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. You go ahead and put that here. Then come down by 6. Measure out the 4 here as well from the center front and rule a straight line this way. Then you will take out half inches on both sides. Half inches on both sides. So by the time you take this in, you'll be left with your waist measurement, which is 8. So that was the reason why I used 9 and not 8. Do the same thing for the back. Measure out 4 from the center back. Come down by 6 as well. Rule a straight line. Come out by half inches on both sides. On both sides, the total is 1. Half plus half 1. So we are done taking the dart for the front and for the back. The next thing you want to do now is at the center front here, you come down by half inches. You come down by half inches here, and you would connect to the first dart leg over here, like this. And at the side front, you go up by half inches. So that was the reason why I left this 1 inches mark. So I will have space to do this. Now you know the reason why I left this 1 inches mark. At the center front, come down by half inch. At the side front, go up by half inches. Connect it like this and connect it to the other dart leg. For the front only, for the back, you only go up by half inches. We'll only go up by half inches and connect this way. Again, at the center front, come down by half inch, connect to the dart leg. At the side, go up by half inch. But for the back, you only be going up by half inch at the side. The front would remain the same here. That's for the back. With this, your basic skirt is ready. The only thing that you need to do now is to add your zipper allowance to it. I'm using 1.5 here. You go ahead and add 1.5 inches from the center back for the zipper allowance. I'll label that zipper allowance. So the basic skirt block is ready for the front and for the back. Now if you want a pencil skirt, what you would do is the hip measurement, you know this is the hip measurement here at the M as well. You go in by 2 inches. You can go in by 3 inches depending on how fitted you want it to be at the knee area. But remember not to make it too fitted so that you'll be able to move comfortably. And if the length of the skirt is not to the knee, if it's a short skirt that is going to get on, that the length would be on the thigh, then you want to go in by just 1 inches. But because this skirt is going to stop at the knee area, I'm going in by 2 inches. Going in by 2 inches, coming down by 4 inches here, I would connect it like this. At the side, you do the same thing for the back, but with a little twist. So the 2 inches that was deducted from the hip measurement would be shared to both the side back and the center back. Remember that for the front, the 2 inches was taken out from the side front only. But for the back, you've taken out 1 inches from the side back and another 1 inches from the center back. The reason why we are doing is to make the bum area defined. Remember, it's a pencil skirt. To make the bum area defined, you go ahead and connect this way. Coming down by 4 inches as well at the center back, you go ahead and connect it this way. And also at the center back, at the upper part, you go in by half inches. Because the waist to the bum area at the back is not straight, it is slanted. And since the pencil skirt, you want the bum area defined. You go in by half inches here. You go in by half inches. And remember to add that half inches to this side here to have a complete measurement. So we went in by half inch, but you will return that half inch to the other side to have a complete measurement. So I'll be redrafting this. the pencil skirt is almost ready. Remember again, for the pencil skirt I went in by 2 inches here at the side front only, but for the back I shared that 2 inches into 2. That's 1 inch each on both sides, the side back and the center back. And at the center back I went in by ½ inch on the waistline and I replaced it here. So the next thing to do now is to redraft another zipper allowance for the pencil skirt. Remember, this straight zipper allowance is for just the basic skirts. So from this new line now, this red mark here is the line for the pencil skirt, while this straight line is for the basic skirt. While this straight green line is for the basic skirt. So I'll be measuring the 1.5 inches from the new line. Yeah. So here is the new mark for the pencil skirt. I will just go ahead to cancel out the former line zipper allowance that was made for the basic skirt, so you can see. So this was the basic skirt zipper allowance line. We no longer need it since we are now drafting a pencil skirt. Now this is the new line zipper allowance for the pencil skirt. So the pattern is ready for the front and for the back when you are making a pencil skirt. So this pattern now, you can use it if you want to have an open slit at the back. I'll be showing you an image to show you what an open slit means. But if you want a vent, if you want it to have a back vent, you'll be seeing an image on the screen right now showing you what a back vent means. Then you go ahead and do this final step at the back only. So coming up by 7 inches, I'll go ahead and measure out 1.5 as well. 1.5 like this. I have this. So this is what I'll be cutting out from this side, like this, like this. This is the vent. This is the vent. This is the back vent. If you want your basic skirt as well to have a back vent, what you would do is the same. From the zipper allowance line, remember this cancelled mark was the mark for the basic skirt. You will come out by 1.5 inches as well, like this, and connect it. Now this is the line for the back vent for the zipper allowance. So this is a 2-in-1. From this you can comfortably draft your basic skirt and your pencil skirt. So another crucial thing to note is that on this pattern there is no sewing allowance. There is no sewing allowance on this pattern. So you make sure that while placing it on your fabric, while drafting on your fabric, you add your sewing allowance. You can use 1.5 inches, you can use 1 inch, you can use 1.5 if you'll be adding a lining and turning with the lining. But make sure to add your sewing allowance. You will add it to the waistline here, at the front and at the back, to the side back 1.5 inches, but to the center back there will be no sewing allowance, because remember it will be on fold. And then the hem line as well, remember to add 2 inches or 1.5 to fold it in at the hem. So remember to add all this allowance when cutting your fabric. I'll be cutting out for the basic skirt first. You see it, then we'll cut for the pencil skirt. Front for the basic skirt. So if you will be cutting out your pencil skirt, you just go ahead and cut out this like this. Remember to cut out this piece as well. And this is the front pattern for the pencil skirt. Look at it. Here is the front for the pencil skirt. You can see how tapered this place is. I'm cutting out the back now. The pattern for the basic skirt. Now if you're cutting out the pencil skirt, you may just cut out this place and here as well. I'm showing you. So this is how it will look like for the pencil skirt. You can see that the center back zipper area is not straight. You can see how curved it is. So the bum area will be defined properly. This is the vent, and if you are not using the vent, if you want an open slit, then it will be this way. It will be like this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end. I hope you find this helpful. Kindly give this video a thumbs up, like it, share, comment, put on the notification bell.